The Mamba mentality. What is the Mamba mentality? Well, going on Google Books and doing a quick Control F will tell us roughly this. The Mamba mentality is all about focusing and trusting the process and hard work when it matters the most. This is a great definition, and by no means does it really need revised, but we're going to anyway. Notice that it mentions when it matters the most. It doesn't say when it matters the most to you. If something matters, and so long as it isn't exclusive to you, it probably impacts more than one person, most likely a group of people. So the inverse of this could simply be when it doesn't matter at all. And when you're doing something that doesn't matter to most people, that means one thing, just one. It means that it drives you. And that's where the Mamba mentality starts. You must find what drives you and inspires you, what wakes you up in the morning and gets you on the grind. It could be many different things as well. So let me ask, what drives you? It could be the fear of lacked potential, or the fear of failure. It could be simply wanting to be the best you can be, not only at this game or other esports and competitive games, but just at life in general. But also realize and be aware that what drives you can also be something that you don't necessarily want. It could be something or someone in your past or even present that makes you think to yourself, I don't want to end up like them. I genuinely don't want to be in this situation. Though I digress. In competitive Fortnite, what could that be? Well, I know for me, it's to qualify and be the best. And I know to be the best that I have to outwork the rest. Okay, well, what if you don't know what drives you? Well, to be frank and honest and completely transparent, you should already have set and written down clear goals. And if you haven't yet, don't worry, there's still more time. Goals. Set huge goals and little goals. I personally hate it when people say don't focus on long-term goals, or don't make your goal too hard, make them easy. Well, I say screw that. Set huge goals. In fact, set one, just one for now, impossible goal. And show people that it is possible. And show them when the job is done and complete. Because you may not be able to accomplish it now. But that's fine, because it should drive you. So make goals that are so hard and outrageous to achieve that you physically and mentally cannot achieve them until you grow into the person that can achieve them. Now, let's get real for a sec. Statistics from the last World Cup and the qualifiers pretty much say that for me and my skill level where I'm at now, it's impossible for me to qualify, you know, given when I started my grind. And that may be the case for you. But let me ask you, if you see a statistic that says 99.99987% of people fail, are you going to look at that and go, oh man, well, the odds are totally against me, and I probably shouldn't waste any more time for this? Or do you genuinely see great potential? Because let me tell you, winning the World Cup isn't easy. If winning the World Cup was easy, the prize wouldn't be so great. You have to be honest. If winning the World Cup was so easy, the prize wouldn't be so great, and the prize wouldn't be as high as it is. $30 million on the line. What, again, let's get real, what happens if you don't even qualify? Will you let that stop you? Well, if I know anything about you, it's that you don't look at failure as a roadblock or a Snorlax that permanently stops you from achieving your goal. No. I know you. If I know anything about you, I know if you keep grinding, it won't be a roadblock or a Snorlax, okay? Because in the end, when you make it, it's just going to be a hurdle. One that you can most definitely leap over. Because guys, guess what? It shouldn't be a surprise, but the greatest work harder than the rest. And if you want to be the greatest, that's what you have to do. If you, for example, are setting out to be better than BALLISTIC, do what he does plus X. If he scrims for 4 hours, you scrim for 5. If he VOD reviews for 2 hours, you VOD review for 3, 4, 5, or 6 hours. You know, sure, Booga, Clicks, Mr. Savage might have natural talent at this game, but none of it would ever be noticed or even recognized if they didn't put in the hard work to begin with. Effort is key. Fighting mentality and the Mamba mentality. when everything in the world, everything just seems like it's trying to hold you back and stop you and kicking you while you're down. Have to say, not today, and not ever. Because it's simple, the second you get back up and keep fighting and grinding, you've already won the mental battle, and that's step one. And yes, sometimes you will be slow to get back up, and that's fine. But so long as you eventually get back up, you are on your way to becoming great. And if you really think you've hit rock bottom, then I think you've been blessed, right? Because every day is a new day. And every day when you wake up, you should be at your rock bottom. Because you know when you wake up every day and you're at your rock bottom, you know for a fact that there's only one way out, and that's up. Rock bottom forces you to work harder and become someone much greater than you already are. So right now, let's set common ground right now, guys. Right now, you're at your rock bottom. Because right now, I want you to stop and truly commit to growth. Absolutely commit to growth. And you will achieve that so long as after this moment, you turn on your drive. It's as simple as that. And for all of you who look down at me or may look down at you, watch out. Because a rapper that you may know, let's just say talks really fast, I'll put it that way. Because for all of you who are looking down at me, watch out, because I'm tearing down the balcony. And that is why I believe the Mamba mentality truly means.